Hello students, today we are going to learn the practical of electrical and electronics measurement subject. The subject has course code is 22325. So the aim of the practical is single phase power measurement. To study this practical, we have course outcomes. Use wattmeter for electrical power measurement. So what is the output of this practical? Use electrodynamic wattmeter for measurement of power in a single phase circuit. There are certain program outcomes correlated with the program outcomes. The program outcomes are PO1, PO3 and PO4, that means basic knowledge, experiments and practices, and again same engineering tools. So in basic knowledge we should know the basics of the wattmeter. That is the construction of wattmeter, working principle of wattmeter and the applications. So in wattmeter there are mainly two coils, current coils and pressure coil. Current coil is always connected in series and the pressure coil is always connected in parallel to the supply voltage or the load. Next one is the experiment and practices. For the conduction of this practical, we have resources or the equipments like ammeter, voltmeter, single phase auto transformer, connecting wires, wattmeter. The type of wattmeter will be electrodynamic type wattmeter, resistive load bank, etc. So next towards the circuit diagram of the practical. So now we will see the circuit diagram for the practical. So firstly I am taking the electrodynamic type wattmeter. It has mainly two coils, the current coil and pressure coil. Current coil has two terminals M and L, and pressure coil has two terminals C and V. This M terminal should be connected to the main supply. Next L should be connected to the positive load. M and C terminals are always short circuited, and this V terminal should be connected to the neutral point or negative of the load. So from starting we will see the connection. Here I am taking the single phase AC supply which has two terminals P and N. Next I am taking iron clad double pole switch. Next one is the voltmeter, ammeter, this is our wattmeter, and next I am taking the resistive load bank. So this positive terminal of the single phase supply is connected to the positive of the ammeter. Negative of the ammeter is connected to the M terminal. This L terminal is connected to the positive terminal of the load. Next, again from this P point, that is the positive terminal, we have to connect the voltmeter's positive terminal. Next, voltmeter negative terminal will connected to the neutral point. Next one is the M and C terminal are again short circuited. This V terminal will connect to the negative of the load. So these are the basic connecting diagrams or the circuit diagram for the practical. But we have to connect for the low range and high range. So we are using the electrodynamic type wattmeter. So for this one we have to change the setting for the current range with the help of the strips. So electrodynamic type wattmeter has mainly 4 strips. These are the E2, E1 and B1, B2. For the selecting the current range, it may be low range or it may be high range. For that we have to change the connections of this strip. So for the low range 0 to 5 ampere we are connecting B1 and B2 terminals. That means these B1 and B2 terminals will get short circuited and these two E2 and E1 will be open as it is. So from that our wattmeter reads the low range, that is it will be from the 0 to 5 ampere, and this high range, for the high range circuit, for the high range of the current 0 to 10 ampere we have to change the connection of the strips like that. So we have to connect the E2 and B1 short circuited. E2 and B1 should be connected to each other, and again same for the E1 and B2. This E1 and B2 again short circuited. So from like that connection, our current range will be selected as a 0 to 10 ampere. So we will see in the practical session how wattmeter reads the power with the help of different types of range for the low range and for the high range. We will see now the practical setup and the connection diagram. So here I am taking the electrodynamo type wattmeter, which has mainly two coils, current coil and pressure coil. These current coils are having two terminals M and L, and the pressure coil has two terminals C and V. Here different types of voltage ranges for the low range and for the high range. To change the current range, here 4 strips B1, B2, E1 and E2. Firstly, now we are taking the for low range. So we are selecting the 300 volt and current range is the 5 ampere. So for the 5 ampere current range, we are connecting only B1 and B2, and E1 and E2 terminals should be open. So let us see the actual practical connections. Here I am taking the single phase auto transformer, voltmeter, ammeter, our electrodynamo type wattmeter, and the resistive load bank. So as per the circuit diagram, from this one, as per the circuit diagram, from the P terminal, positive terminal of the auto transformer, I am connecting the voltmeter positive. From the voltmeter positive, again I am taking the ammeter positive. The ammeter negative terminal, this ammeter negative terminal will connect to the M terminal. So this ammeter negative will connect to the M terminal. Next, this M and C terminal should be short circuited. So this M and this C terminal will short circuited. Next one is the L terminal, that is the load. So this M terminal, so this one is the L terminal. This L terminal will connect to the positive terminal of the load bank. Next one is remaining is neutral points. So the neutral point will be connected to the volt, that means V terminal of the voltage. So next one is the voltage range, V terminal of the wattmeter. This V terminal is taking as a 300 volt for the low range. From this one, we are connecting the negative terminal of the voltmeter, and from this negative terminal of the voltmeter, we are taking the neutral terminal of the auto transformer. And one last is the, from this again V terminal, we are connecting the negative of the load. So from this V, I am connecting the negative terminal of the load bank. So here negative terminal of the load bank. For the closed circuit, I had closed these two terminals. These are always short circuited. So now we will see actually the readings of the practical setup. After the conduction of practical, we have to calculate the actual power measured by the wattmeter. So for the actual power consumed by the load, we should know the one concept, that is the multiplying factor. So what is meant by multiplying factor? It is the voltage range into current range into rated power factor divided by full scale deflection. So what is voltage range? It is nothing but what range of the wattmeter we had taken. Next one is the current range as per the strip and the rated power factor. Rated power factor from the type of load, we are using the resistive load bank. Therefore, our cos phi is nothing but it will be equals to 1. So, for the cos phi equals to 1, this will be our power factor. So, multiplying factor is nothing but V into I into cos phi divided by full scale deflection. That means the last range of our wattmeter, that will be FSD, full scale deflection. So, here we are taking the two range of the current. Therefore, for two different cases, we have two multiplying factors. So, for the first range, for the low range, 0 to 5 ampere, multiplying factor, it will be equals to, voltage range is, we are selecting 300 volt. So, 300 into 5 into 1 divided by 750. Therefore, it will be equals to 2. So, the multiplying factor will be 2 for the low range. Again for the same, for the high range. In the high range of the current, we are taking the 0 to 10 ampere, that is 10 ampere as a current, and 0 to 600 volt for the voltage. So, again multiplying factor, it is equals to 600 into 10 into, again cos phi is 1 for the resistive load bank, and here our full scale deflection is nothing but 750. So, here will be our 8. So, for the low range, multiplying factor is 2, and for the high range, multiplying factor is 8. So, we have to use this multiplying factor to calculate the actual power by the load. Now, we will take actually readings for the low range. So, from this auto transformer, I am giving the voltage 230 volt. We can see here, I am giving the 230 voltage. Corresponding to this voltage, as per this load, we have to take the readings of ammeter and voltmeter. So, we can see here the current equals to 3.1 ampere, and the reading of wattmeter is nearly equals to 375. So, the wattmeter reading is the 375. So, this will be the first reading. Next, when I increases the load by pressing this switch, I increases the load, I am giving full load. Therefore, our current will get increases and the power consumption of load will get also increases, and we can see here in the wattmeter, the reading of wattmeter is get increases. So, here we have to take the readings of again ammeter. Here we can see the reading of ammeter is nearly equals to 3.9, and wattmeter again voltage is same, and we have to also take the reading of wattmeter. It nearly equals to the 430. So, the wattmeter reading will be 430. So, these readings for the low range. Next, we have to take the readings for high range. Okay, now we will see for the high range. For the high current range, we have to change the strips connection as per seen in the circuit diagram. So, here I am taking the 600 volt as a high range of the voltage, and for the selecting of the high range current, we have connected the B1 and E2 terminals and B2 and E1 terminals. That means, as like this connection, our current range is selected to the 0 to 10 ampere. So, we have to take the readings for the high range. So, from here, from the auto transformer, I am giving again 230 voltage. So, for the load, as again same, we have to take the readings of ammeter and wattmeter. So, for this load, I am taking the current of ammeter for the high range, we can see here the reading will be equals to 3.1 ampere and voltage is same 230 volt. We can see here 230 volt. And next one is the wattmeter reading. As per the consumption of the load, the wattmeter shows nearly equals to 65 watt. 65 watt. So this will be the first reading. For the next reading, I will get increases the load. So I increases gradually the load. The current will get increases and also the wattmeter reading should get also increases. So again voltage is similar 230. Current will get increases than the previous. Here we can see the current 3.9 ampere and the wattmeter reading is nearly equals to 80 watt. Okay. Next we have to calculate the calculation. We will see. Now from the reading table we have to calculate for the readings. So first one we have to calculate the calculated power and second one is the actual measured power. So for the calculated power there is a formula VI cos phi. So we have V as a voltmeter reading, I is the ammeter reading, and as we know that for the resistive load we are taking the power factor as a equals to 1. So cos phi it is equals to 1. So from the any one reading from this low or high range, I will take the first reading. So calculated power it is equals to 230 volt into 3.1 into cos phi is equals to 1. Therefore it will be equals to 713 watt. Next we have to calculate the actual measured power for this wattmeter reading 375. So the actual measured power it will be equals to wattmeter reading into multiplying factor. So the multiplying factor for the low range it is equals to 0.2. So actual measured power it is equals to wattmeter reading 375 into multiplying factor is 0.2. Therefore it is equals to 750 watt. So from these readings we can calculate the calculated power from the observation readings of the voltmeter, ammeter, and this can be calculated from the wattmeter reading. We can say that there is a little bit difference between these, but that can be tolerated. But the readings of the wattmeter, the power consumption by the load, it will be nearly equals to 700 watt as per the load given. Okay, thank you. Okay, from the observation table calculations we have concluded that the electrodynamic wattmeter can be measure the actual power which is consumed by the load. For that we had conducted practically or the theoretically. So thank you.